turbans are the crowns of the Arabs, because he was a pro-Arab person who wanted Arabs to stay out in the Arab world, not come into the city. An Arab of the desert was asked. These are a series of hadiths strung together. This one about Omar, the other one about Harailan, son of Harashah, and Aknaf, an Arab of the desert, an unknown Arab, who was asked why he did not put aside his kafiyah, his headdress, I guess. And he replied, surely a thing which contains the hearing and the sight ought to be prized. That's funny. You know how Arabs of the desert wrap themselves up in their kafiyahs so you can already see their faces? And the joke is, oh, well, it's got the hearing and the sight in it. You know? I don't know if you get it, but it's really quite charming. Ali, another famous Arab hero, this one Shiite. God be well pleased with him. Jahiz is Shiite, because he has blessings on Ali and no other, so he reveals himself to be Shiite sympathies anyway. I'm not sure he was a Shiite, but he has Shiite Ali sympathies. Anyway, a hadith to Ali. We've had one to Omar, the enemy of Ali, now we have one to Ali. The elegance of a man is in his headdress, bonnet. And the elegance of a woman is in her shoes. And Aknaf said, we've heard from him, let your shoes be fine. So one thing, this is like the hadith collections, one thing leads to another on the same subject. See, that's how they laid them out according to subject. This is shoes now. Okay, another hadith about shoes. Going back to Aknaf. Aknaf said, let your shoes be fine, for shoes are to men what bangles are to women, ankle bracelets are to women. Abdullah, son of Ja'far, I think we're into a Abbasid there, said to his daughter, oh, little daughter, beware of jealousy, for it is the key to divorce. Beware of chiding, for it breeds hate. Always adorn and perfume yourself, and know that the most becoming adornment is an antimony, and the sweetest perfume is warm. Well, you know, that to me, I mean, I believe that totally. People come by stinking of perfume to me, and I say, oh my God, it smells horrible. Someone just natural smell of water, to my mind, that is the sweetest of all perfumes. But anyway, that's just how I feel personally, and this hadith reflects me. But see, these are not hadith, legal hadith, traditions about the law, about different aspects of divorce or maintenance or prayer or so on. These are just hadith on lighthearted questions. And different Arabs are being spoken of. So I think now we have almost all the Arabs. We have the Bedouin, we have Omar of the first right-guided caliphs, we have Ali of the Shiite Alids, we have Abdullah, son of Ja'far. I think Ja'far was the first Abbasid caliphate. And I think we're going to have Muawiyah in a moment, the Umayyad. All the great Arabs are being represented here by Al-Jahiz al-Black. Abdullah, son of Ja'far, bestowed largesse of every kind on Nusayb Abul Hajna, who made an ode in praise of him. Well, what's this ode, folks? What's that? A qasida. We just did the qasidas, the ode of praise, didn't we? A qasida. And this is how much the Arabs value poetry. Why, they asked, do you treat a fellow this, a black and a slave? Of course, this is close to John's heart, being black himself. Why do you treat him so handsomely? But Abdullah ibn Ja'far, clearly a very elegant Arab, said, by God, he said, if his skin is black, yet his praise is white, and his poem is truly Arab. We don't care what his skin color is. His poem is Arab. So all this is hadith in praise of Arabism. He deserves far greater reward than he has gotten from me. All he has received was some lean saddle camel and clothes which wear out and money which will soon be spent. Whereas he gave me an ode fresh and brilliant in praise that will never die. This Jahiz is really good. He gave me far more than I gave him, and that's true. Look at the next one. Muawiyah. We've got everybody here. All the great Arabs represented. Omar, Ali, Muawiyah. Jahiz doesn't discriminate between any of them. By the way, remember I told you that there was some anti-Islamic feeling in the poetry collected by the Persians? Well, you could feel that in Ibn al-Muqaffa too. That was all sort of like against Islam to some extent. But now this is not anti-Islamic or pro, this is pro-Arab. Jaz is pro-Arab. Muawiyah held an assembly at Kufa to receive the oath of allegiance. We know all about Kufa and perfidious Kufa and what happened to Ali's sons there. Those who swore loyalty to him were required to abjure allegiance to Ali, son of Abu Talib. May God honor him. Jaz, as you see, is constantly showing Ali sympathies. A man of the Banu Tamim came to Muawiyah. At one time, when I first started teaching this class at Cal State Long Beach, I had a guy in my class from Saudi Arabia. His name was Tamimi. He was so happy because Tamimi means of the tribe of Tamim. And they were saying wonderful things about his tribe. He was terribly proud of the fact that here we had his tribe in the literature here from way back then. A man of the Banu Tamim came to Muawiyah who demanded that he should repudiate Ali. And the man said, what do we have here? Defiance of the strong, protection of the weak. Murua here, Arab honor. O Prince of the Faithful, he replied, we will obey those of you that are living, but we will not renounce those of you that are dead. Muawiyah turned to Mughira. Is Muawiyah angry? Does he want to hurt this man? No. Now this is a man. Look after him well. He doesn't mind that he defies him because he's noble. He's noble. Now this is a man. Look after him well. All this is teaching you things at the same time as entertaining you. Okay, the rest is not as inspiring as this, but a few things here left here are probably some more that we don't have. Alf said on authority of Hassan, the feet of a son of Adam will not stir from the judgment till he be asked three things: his youth, how he wore it; his life, how he passed it; his wealth, whence he got it, and what he spent it on. More hadith, but not of legal or about sunnah of the Prophet or anything. Yunus, son of Ubayd, said, I heard three sayings more wonderful than anything I've ever heard. The first, it was Al-Hasan, son of Abu Sinan. Nothing is easier than abstention from things lawful. If aught make thee doubt, leave it alone. The second is Ibn Sirin. I have never envied anyone anything. The third is Muwarag al-Ijli. 40 years ago I asked of God a boon which is not granted, and I have not despaired of obtaining it. They said to Muwarag, what is it? He replied, not to meddle with that which does not concern me. Ziyad, the slave of Aish, son of Abu Rabi'a, said, that's a famous poetess, I am not afraid of being hindered from prayer. I am more afraid of being hindered from prayer than of being denied an answer to my prayer. Some people said to Rabi'a of the tribe of Qas, that's Rabi'a, the poetess, we might speak to the men of the family, and they would purchase for thee a maidservant who would relieve you of the care of your house. By God, she said, I am ashamed to beg aught of this world from him who is the Lord of it all. How then should I beg it from one who is Lord of it all? A certain ascetic said, your dwellings are before you, your life is after you. And Samuel, son of Adiah the Jew, said in the verse, being dead I was created, and before that I was not anything that dies, but I died when I came to life. Now we're getting into mysticism, Sufi mysticism here, which we're going to take up in the next period. Notice that there's Jewish Arabs, if you like, who are equally to all the others. These are all, now we're getting into more spiritual things. And Hassan al-Basri is a famous intellectual in Baghdad in the 800s. Hassan, son of Dinar, said, I saw Hassan al-Basri saw a man in the death struggle. Surely, he exclaimed, the thing which this is the end ought not to be desired at the first, and ought to be feared at the last. Clever sayings by Arabs about important things, but the first part is sayings about Arabs and Arabism. I could get on to the Sufi thing, which I will next time. I want you to read this and Ibn Hazm, but let's do this evaluation for the time being. Let's get this out of the way.